Titans captains for today are number 2, Milestone Dowdy, number 3, Michael Blackwell, number 94, Calvin Johnson, and number 5, Anthony Eden.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Parker Gray Memorial Stadium for this afternoon's contest between the visiting Robinson Rams from Burke, Virginia, and your T.C. Williams Titans. Tonight, this afternoon's contest is a matchup of two teams that are 2-1. Robinson had victories over Chantilly and a shootout against Annandale with one loss to Hilton. The Titans had convincing wins over Parkview and Garfield, and then a heartbreaking loss to Tuscarora on last week. The contest last week for the Titans was in large part decided due to the absence of their key running back, Anthony Eaton, who's back in the lineup today, so should be a good contest against a stout offensive attack from the Titans and a stingy defense from, well, not so stingy, giving up 41 to Annandale to the Robinson Rams. Robinson runs a traditional wing T offense, and so that'll be a tough contest against the TC Titans stout line, defensive line. And so Robinson has won the initial toss. They have deferred. Titans will get the ball on offense first. This is Jim Gibson along with Felix Tremel bringing you Titan football here at Parker Gray Memorial Stadium.
This is a matchup of two old Patriot District rivals, as the Robinson Rams and T.C. Williams Titans used to meet every year. But with the second VHL SL realignment, the Titans are in the new Gunston District, which is pretty much the Alexandria schools, the Route 1 corridor. And Robinson has been put out west with a lot of the powerhouses. So they need to rack up wins early because they have a lot of hard teams coming up, including South County, Westfield, things of that nature. The Titans, on the other hand, have a very strong district. Mount Vernon, West Potomac, Hayfield are all undefeated, and they're putting up good numbers. So the Titans need to make sure they rack up these wins before they get to the district.
Titans again will receive the opening kickoff. Back deep for the Titans will be Kai Cole, and Kelvin Harris, two speedsters. Last week, Tuscarora refused to kick it to him and kicked him to the up back. So Coach Longerbeam has now put two running backs up short in case they try that again.
Cole.
Cole back deep to receive for the Titans.
Pooch kick. They kick it up to the up back.
Saki.
That's Terrence Saki. Breaks it off to the left side. Up to about the 34-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 TC.
First down, Titans.
For the Titans. On offense, again, the key guy returning this week is Anthony Eaton, a stout running back who had impressive performances in the first two games. Out with a knee injury last week, he's back. Charlton lines up at the quarterback. The receivers are Cole and Harris. And the Titans line up in a spread. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Eaton keeps it for no gain. May have lost a couple.
Charlton wasn't on the field there. They Titans did a little disguise, just try to show something different. Eaton was unable to get upfield against that pressure from the Robinson defensive line.
Direct snap there. Loss of 2. It's 2nd and 12. Charlton back to pass. Throws it to Harris. Harris complete at the 40. Gets up to the 42.
Charlton to Harris for a gain of about 10. That'll bring up the Titans 3rd and 3.
Nice quick throw there. Charlton had some issues last week getting the ball out of his hands quickly. That was a good rhythm pass and a good gainer on 2nd down.
Charlton hands it off to Burgess. Burgess off the left side for about 5. It'll be 1st down at the Rams 49.
If anything was gained from Eaton not playing last week was the emergence of Burgess as a power back. And Bird is, when he gets his shoulder pads square to the line of scrimmage, he can do some damage.
He runs downhill with no doubt. Titans line up in the I. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Pitch to Eaton. Eaton turns it up. Maybe 1. Tackled by number 49 of the Rams. That's Simon Ackerman, DN. Pickup of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Titans need to be patient with the running game because running game, as you know, Coach, takes time. 1 and 2 yard gains in the first quarter, turning into 3 and 4 in the second, and 5 and 6 later on in the game.
Charlton lines up in the shotgun, empty backfield, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Charlton back to pass, quick pass, complete to Harris. He's out for a gain of about 14 or 15.
Charlton connects with Harris again for a gain of 12, and the Titans first down.
1st and 10 TC from the Ram 34-yard line.
This is where I would like to see the Titans offense not be predictable and always run on first down. Let's do some play action. Let's do some movement of the pocket. Let's get Robinson thinking.
Charlton in the shotgun. Fakes the pass, pulls it down. He's running 10, 15, 20, down to the 12-yard line. But there's a flag on the play.
That's been the Titans' Achilles heel. Is this first 3 games of the season. It's been penalties.
Holding
and
against the Titans. It'll bring it all back.
I like that play there. I like Charlton's decisiveness to run down the field. He can be an effective runner. He may not be the most elusive or fastest runner, but he's an effective runner. And that is another thing that the defense has to worry about.
Charlton is a control the game kind of quarterback. That penalty is from the spot. It'll be 1st and
22?
23, 24 from the 40 now 6-yard line.
Yeah, that's a costly penalty that gets the Titans behind the chains when they started getting some rhythm on offense.
Hand off to Eaton. Eaton breaks off. He picks up, gets half of it back. It'll be 2nd and 12.
The offense has the potential to get a lot of rushing yards. Last week, Annandale had 200-yard rushers, and they had a third guy that had 85 yards. So that lets you know that Robinson is susceptible to the run.
Absolutely. 2nd and 14 from the 39. Charlton back to pass. No one there. Find someone there. Wide open. Kai Cole wide open. 41-yard touchdown. Charlton found him on the left side. Kai Cole, the speedster.
Touchdown.
What happened?
Touchdown, TC Titans.
What happened there was Cole ran a quick out. Charlton got out of the pocket. All the eyes went to Charlton because he was a runner. And then Cole is behind the defense, easy toss and catch, and a great opening drive from the Titans as we get a touchdown there.
Absolutely. It appeared that Charlton was about to take off, found his buddy. Wide open, lot of green, connected. Touchdown. Point after is up and good. 9:23 to go in the first quarter. Titans strike early. TC 7. Robinson yet to touch the ball.
That's a good job there. And sometimes the hardest throw to make is the guy that's wide open.
Wide open.
And he was moving while he was doing that. So that's just a little bit of added difficulty. But he put air underneath it. The receiver could adjust to it. And Cole jogs in the end zone. That's probably his second gear because he has a few more gears than that. But that's a great opening drive from the Titans.
Nice touch pass. And you get it to Cole in the open field, it's all over. It was no contest after he caught it.
I don't think Robinson has anybody to match Kai Cole's speed. They haven't had that since maybe Mike Emo. Maybe before then. I think Emo was more of an inside the tackle runner himself.
Titans line up to kick. Jose Velasquez is the kicker. Back deep for the Rams.
That's number 31, Tanner LaPlante.
Number 20 catches it as he up back. Scarborough. He's out to the 30. Drag back to the 25. They're going to give him, they'll give him forward progress. 1st and 10 Rams from the 30-yard line.
Now, for those who are not familiar with Robinson, they're going to run the ball. We're going to see a throwback offense. You're going to see the wing T out of Robinson here. Most offenses now run spread option, read option. This is the wing T. So you got to know your keys, got to know your responsibilities here on defense.
Asa Ballinger is the signal caller. Reed and Scarborough in the backfield. One in motion, right up the middle, nowhere. Maybe one, maybe not.
On the tackle.
Good read there from Mejia. When Mejia lines up inside as a middle linebacker, he's effective because he's shorter.
Down to the ground, yeah.
It's harder to see, and running backs can't get lower on that pad level.
Adrian Dowdy in there with the on the tackle as well.
I just want to see how you do it, how professionals do it. I got Coach Allen with me.
2nd and 11. They head off to number 22, Stewart, off to the right side. Pickup of maybe one. It's going to be 3rd and about 9.
About 2.
About 3rd and 7 there, Coach. And this is where you want Robinson. Robinson doesn't want to throw the ball.
They do not want to throw the ball.
You want him in 3rd and long. Make that quarterback have to throw. He had 1 completion last week. They scored 61 points. He had 1 completion. They don't like to throw the ball. Keep him behind the chains.
The Titans have a stout defensive front. This is mano a mano. Pitch. There's a flag on the play.
I'm going to tell you what the call is going to be. The Robinson head coach ran over to the linesman and started complaining that the defense end for the Titans was offside, and the linesman do his flag.
Offsides against the Titans. He got it.
Offsides against TC. That'll bring up a 3rd and about 2.
That's something that the Titans didn't want there. That's a more manageable down here, so you know Robinson's going to run the ball. Got to watch your keys here. Play the dive, then watch the pitch to the outside.
Based on their tendencies, it could have been 3rd and 30, and they would have run the ball. So,
and you're actually right.
They come up, tight spreads this time. That's youth football 101. Quarterback surge, they pick up 4, and it'll be 1st down, Robinson.
Ballinger. Yeah, that's old student body forward. You just get behind the center and burrow and get as far as you can, and got the 1st down there. And that's where that penalty hurts.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 from the Robinson 43-yard line.
22's a senior.
There we go. Looks like that's going to be a procedure.
That was the left guard there, number 57, Brian Headley, trying to get a head start. You can kind of tell that the play was going his side as he wanted to get across to that D tackle.
Down and distance is important here. Now they got 4 yards to get 15. Much harder to manage. They got to get 4 yards to crack instead of 3. 1st and 15 from the 37-yard line. There's a pitch wide. He gets wide, but not far. He's met there.
And there's going to be a hold on the backside of that play. Or it may have been a chop block there, as they've been taking out those blocks going low on those unsuspecting defensive linemen.
On the carry is number 2 was Abdul Lowell.
Lowell on the carry, stopped by Miles Dowdy, but there is a flag.
Robinson, as a lot of teams have learned this year, going side to side on the Titans is not effective because the Titans possess so much speed laterally. So downhill would be their best option. They tried to get wide, but that was walked down.
You can just hand the mic off when you need a minute. That's pretty good. You're smooth. You always were smooth.
The penalty is chop block against the against the Rams. That's a 15 yards penalty. That'll make it 1st and a mile.
That makes it 1st and 25.
I mean, we can interview him Yeah, we can interview coach.
Okay, so immediately. So
Yeah.
as soon as so that they have some time to rest.
Yeah.
So immediately after she'll come down.
Yeah, we do Vermillion at halftime.
Yeah. Can we make sure that you have something?
There's a flag on the play. Getting some sloppy play here.
You wouldn't mind being interviewed, coach? You mind being interviewed at halftime?
got a couple state championships on his belt.
Got to stay disciplined up front there, trying to get a head start. Robinson's going to be patient coming downhill. Titans just need to wait, and read their keys, and they'll be fine here.
Hey, this is a down and distance kind of game.
And it's 1st and 30, which is
no
great.
need to jump off sides. Play. They go off. That's number 22, Stewart. Jaquez Stewart off the right side.
Stewart is more the outside speedster back in this wing tee. Scarborough is your more inside, think more of your A back if you're thinking a triple option. Tight back, so Stewart would go off tackle and go around the end a lot.
The key to beating the wing tee is assignment football. Robinson comes up, set up in a hurry. Handoff.
Nice play.
Oh, nowhere. Who was that?
That's number 11 there. Ahmed Abdallah there.
That's Damian Thompson that came off the end to snub it.
By Damian Thompson for a loss of about 7.
Tackles for a loss are huge here. Robinson does not like to throw the ball. 3rd and a mile. We should look for the Titans to get the ball soon.
3rd and 23. Titan fans, make some noise.
If they're going to throw, it'll be here, but it's going to be a safe pass. Look for a swing pass, something quick, a screen.
It's a waggle. You can't make a living off of a waggle against a stout defense.
Nice.
A little trickeration, but no trickeration. Tackle for a loss in the backfield.
Gang tackle in the backfield, loss of 3. That'll bring
number
up
12
4th
there.
down.
Try to get a number for you on that tackle. But it brings up 4th and about 26 to go.
They tried to run a reverse there, and that wasn't going to get home.
A whole lot of razzle, no dazzle there. Ty Cole back deep for the Titans.
This is a matchup. If the Titans can go down here and score a touchdown, they can get out of hand from Robinson quickly.
High kick to the left side. Fair catch called for, but he backs off. Just inside the Titans' 49-yard line. 1st and 10 TC from their own 49-yard line. 4:50 to go in the first quarter. TC up 7-0 here at Parker Gray Memorial Stadium.
In the first quarter, Titan lead
It was
7-0.
outrageously hot. We stood down there. It must be 100.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to
What you can't see on TV, it's a warm day. This is probably the warmest day of the season so far, and it's only about 85 air temp, but that turf gets it up to about 100 easy.
You can add 10 degrees really easy, so look out for the cramps in the 3rd and 4th quarter. Charlton back to pass. He pulls it down, takes off the left side, breaks the tackle, 10, 12, 15 yards. 1st down TC at the 30-yard line.
That was about a 20-yard scamper there.
Absolutely.
Like I said, Charlton's not your Lamar Jackson type. He's not a speedster. He runs awkwardly. If you remember Vince Young, he's long, but he covers ground, and right there, a little looseness, 20 yards there.
Fumble, and he falls on it. They give up 6. It'll be 2nd and 16 from the 36.
We had a couple instances of that last week, trying to go faster than what we need to go. We're not a tempo offense. We just need to make sure we're lined up properly. The athletics will take care of itself.
Charlton back to pass. Looks left, throws right. Saki's open for a touchdown. Terrence Saki,
36-yard Titan touchdown.
36 yards on the completion. Titans go up, 4:14 to go. He laid it up there beautifully. I was expecting a flag as the defender tried to grab. Saki pushed off, got some space, made the catch.
I like that no call because the defender grabbed and he pushed him off, which was legal. And Saki, who was primarily a running back last year, is showing his versatility lining up as receiver and has become an effective deep threat for the Titan offense.
Well, it was even. I don't know about legal. Grabbing is illegal. Pushing off is illegal.
But either call it or don't. And that
Good
was
no
fine.
call.
That's good no call. And
Vasquez's kick is blocked.
1-yard drive. Titans take a 13-0 lead.
As we see there, that scramble brings the eyes of the DBs to the quarterback, and the receivers can get open. A product of having a run-heavy offense is the defense practices against a run-heavy offense. So they're not used to covering receivers. And you saw right there, that's twice that Titan receivers have gotten behind the defensive backs of the Robinson Rams.
Yeah, when you play 3 yards in a cloud of dust, you want to play defense the same way. And when you have to cover athletes in space, T.C. Williams clearly has the advantage there, and it shows on the scoreboard. 4:14 to go in the first quarter. T.C. up 13-0.
94 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. Charlton is definitely having a better day, as 4 for 4 for 94 yards and 2 touchdowns is not a bad start.
It's a great start.
That just makes the job easier for our running backs.
Velasquez up for the kick. He kicks it deep. Number 20, Reed Scarborough, gets about 5, 6. It'll be 1st and 10 Robinson from the 30-yard line.
That almost got over his head there. The ball carried more. The kicker's getting more consistent driving that ball. You drive the ball down the field, it just makes everything better for your coverage team.
Got to find out who number 12 is. Thompson. Yep. Robinson lines up in. Oh, they go to a T. Hand it off to the fullback, and he gets about 3, maybe 3.5.
Scarborough on the carry, gain of about 4.
That little simple thing of flexing a wide receiver out takes somebody out the box. That's one less person to block. So that's a subtle adjustment there. Let's see if Robinson sticks with it.
Pick up a 5, 2nd and 5 from the 35. They throw it out wide. He got nowhere. They're going to get him for about a 2-yard loss. Should bring up a 3rd and 7.
That Stewart, as I said earlier, likes to run outside, but going side to side on this tight defense is not going to be good.
Dowdy and Johnson on the tackle.
It's a 9-hour drive, so the boys actually can drive so much.
Robinson comes out with a T, 1 receiver to the left. Play action pass, throws it. Oh! Number 32 was wide open, Ethan Cavan, and he had a bad case of the dropsies.
That was your waggle play, coach.
No doubt.
And that tight end came on that drag route was wide open.
Someone missed a coverage because he was standing with no TC Titan within 5 yards of him.
That's Ahmed Abdallah's the person we were looking for. No.
4th and 8. Robinson set up to punt. Cole and Harris back deep for the Titans. Shankton kicks it out of bounds. They're going to spot that at about the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 TC from the 44-yard line.
Yeah, I think the coach told him to kick it up high, but he didn't get any distance on that because they're afraid of the Titans' return game. And that kick is being beneficial.
Scott Bolser. 1st and 10 TC from the Titan, from the Rams, 44-yard line. Charlton in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right. Handoff to Eaton. Eaton comes back up the middle. Pickup of about 5.
There you go. Now you see the holes are opening up. You space the field. Less athletes in the middle. Eaton one-on-one is a win-win matchup for the Titans.
They're running tempo now. They're back in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Handoff to Eaton. Eaton off the left side for 6, 7, first down TC.
Now the Titans are giving different looks on this drive. Now we're running side to side, showing the zone read look. It's another
Absolutely.
concept that those defensive linemen have to slow down to see what's going on. And by that time, the Titans are in their face or they're already by it.
They're disciplined. Nice to see. They're very well disciplined.
Same lineup. Hand off to Eaton. Charlton keeps it. Picks up about 3 or 4.
That's what you need. You even though you're reading that tackle, let them kick outside, get 3 or 4 yards. It slows the rush down.
It does, but I tell you, with Eaton getting 6 and 7 a crack, I don't know if I want my quarterback getting run happy here. We got Hernandez and Burgess in the backfield now.
That could have been offsides there. Number 1 for the Rams. Wilson Freestad jumped across, but nothing was called from the line judge there.
Hand off to Burgess, picking his spot. He picks up about 3 or 4.
Burgess around the edge for a gain of about 3.
Remember, Burgess is that power back. They went to the I formation there. He bounced it outside and still got positive yardage, and it's a manageable third and 4, which is obviously 4-down territory in this position of the field.
3rd and a healthy 4. Harrison in motion. They give it to him. Oh, but they snub it out.
The side judge has already blown the play dead.
Oh,
They got lucky there.
Balls.
Completed to Harris. Loss of about a yard. That'll bring up 4th down.
They gave him forward progress and a favorable spot.
Yeah, because that could have been ugly.
Break for the Titans.
Remember, they tried that. That was the first play the Titans ran this year on offense, and it was called a fumble incorrectly at Parkview. But that timing's a little off as he had to slow down to get that ball, which is a pass technically.
And there was no leverage and no surprise on that side. 4th and 6, Titans are going for it from the 29-yard line. Charlton back to pass. Looks left.
Wide open.
Oh! Pass intended for number 1. That's Treonte Rogers. Hit him in the hands. Hit him right in the hands. He decided to try to catch it with a pass. Falls incomplete. Turnover on downs.
Yeah, he's a true freshman there. True freshman, like this is college, a freshman. But he started to peek over his shoulder where he was going to go instead of securing the catch, getting the first down, and then worrying about the other stuff later.
Hey, even at the youth football level, you got to catch the ball with your hands. Hits those pads, it's going to bounce off. That's exactly what he did. He'll get that lesson Monday in the film session. In the meantime, Robinson gets the ball 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. They line up in their wing tee. Motion coming right. Hand off to the fullback. He gets nowhere.
Scarborough met in the hole there by Ahmed Abdallah, number 11, shooting that gap. Nowhere for Scarborough to go there.
Yeah, that play was really stopped by Calvin Johnson, the nose tackle, who gave him nowhere to go. He tried to bounce it, and by that time, linebacker had scraped. Fundamentally sound Titans at the end of the first quarter. T.C. Williams, 13, Robinson, 0.
I like you mentioning that name, 94, Calvin Johnson. He was probably our most impressive player on defense last week. I mean, stout against the run. I mean, 2, sometimes 3 blockers at a time. He gets upfield, he makes plays. He's the heart of that interior for the Titans, and it showed right there. As he doesn't get credit for the tackle, but he like you said, he made the play.
Yeah, with Johnson at the nose tackle position, it frees up those ends to be able to penetrate and come across. And in a running game, it almost gives him nowhere to go.
So now the coach is going to effectively have to send 2 blockers to try to move him, and that's 1 less blocker for the players behind.
And when you're playing in the interior line, if you get double teamed, your buddies who play in linebacker better get a whole lot of tackles.
Coming up at halftime, we're going to have an interview with former Titan coach. So stay tuned for that.
Play action pass.
There's the waggle.
They throw it deep, and it is open and complete. Oh, he drops it.
That's
number 32 wide open again.
Ethan Calvin.
That's Ethan Calvin.
Breaking up the
That
pass.
play worked. It was a waggle that he ran a post route off the backside, wide open. The ball was a tad on the throw, but this got to be caught.
It hit him in the hands.
That seems to be the worst place to hit these receivers is their hands. And like you see, Robinson's just not used to throwing the ball. They're not, so receivers not as sure catching the ball.
But they've thrown it a number of times, and Ballinger has put it on the money. Receivers got to catch that.
Yeah,
3rd and 10 now from the 29. Play action pass again. Number 6 wide open. This time he catches it. Oh, completion of about 35 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. That's number 6.
That's Ethan Rothstein there, another tight end. The same exact play, and it ended up open. The same play action waggle with the deep post route, and it's wide open again.
Robinson lines up in the wing T, so the corners and the safeties have to check down on the tight ends because there are no wide receivers.
That free safety's got to stay home deep in that deep middle of the field.
They had a double handoff there, but it goes nowhere. That Titan defensive front is good. Eric Major on the tackle. It'll be a loss of maybe a half a yard, 2nd and 10.5.
Good. Robinson went back to their bread and butter, which is right in the Titans' bread and butter, that interior line, and they had nowhere to run there. That free safety, I know he wants to peek down, he wants to come down in the play, but he's got to stay deep.
Yeah, the play action that Robinson run is confusing the corners and the linebackers. Somebody's got to cover the tight end.
Yeah. Same
Play
play
action again.
The tight end fell down.
This time not open, and they catch him.
Part of that was the defensive line stayed on. Part of that was the tight end fell. In the third part, it was covered.
Number 17 is that's James Coleman on the tackle.
Dan Mejia lead a gang of Titan tacklers on the sack. That'll bring up 3rd and 13.
3rd and 13 from the Titan 29-yard line. Big play here.
It's probably 4-down territory if they get some of this yardage back. I don't think they're going to let them kick a 47-yard field goal. So they got to get some yards here for Robinson. Titans, look out for this play action. Stay at home. Read your keys.
Ballinger under center. He takes a snap, hands it off to number 2.
Short, but
Picks
it's
up about 12, but they needed 13. It'll be a 4th down.
That's the wall there.
4th and 1.
Wall for a gain of about 12 will bring up 4th.
4th and 3.
2.
What you say? That's a healthy 3.
A long 2.
A long 2.
Hey, but this is manageable for the wing T. It's designed to get 2-3 yards a crack. But this is strength against strength. Titan strength is their interior defensive line.
Titan fans, let's hear you.
That ball has to get to the 15-yard line there. Let's see what happens here.
Play action. He's got to hold it. Doesn't look like he's going to get it. They had a receiver wide open on the wide side of the field. Quarterback could see him. We're going to see what this looks like. He's going to be short.
He had to get to the yard marker. He didn't make it. From where the chains are, the chains are on the 15.
Short, but we're going to have a measurement.
That was Jaquez Stewart on the backside there was wide open. The quarterback never got his head around, and he could have just lobbed it up for a touchdown. Didn't see it.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. I don't think he got that far, Coach, but even still, the chains are on the 15. And that ball is marked on the 16.
Big play here. Big.
Hard to tell from here, but it looks like the man.
Short.
He didn't make it. Turnover on down.
That was a lot closer than it appeared to be.
Yes. It looked obvious until the chains started to come out, and then the Titan faithful got a little quiet.
A couple prayers were said, a couple thoughts, but no matter how close it was, Titans get the ball
The
back.
defense holds, 9:21 to go in the first half. Titans up 13-0. They'll take over 1st and 10 from the Titan 16-yard line.
There's some confusion here on the Robinson defense trying to line up, but it's one-on-one on the outside. Get outside, get outside.
Hand off to Burgess. Burgess hops over the tackle. He's to the 50, to the 45, to the 40. He's still on his feet, down to the 32-yard line.
Hey, that is the power back running outside. One block and he was gone. Robinson was able to catch him, but that's an impressive run from Burgess.
Timeout on the field.
That's William Keeney down for the Rams. As a DB, he's listed at 5'9". He looks a little smaller than that. He ran into Burgess, who's generously maybe 230. That's going to be a little mismatch there. So let's hope he's all right.
Burgess had a breakout game against Tuscarora last night with Eaton being out, and now they're sharing the time. That's a good combination. Powerful running on both sides, but Eaton is more elusive and Burgess is more powerful.
So that would you say lightning and thunder?
Fire and ice.
Fire and ice,
thunder, bacon and eggs, or whatever you want to call it. It's a good combination.
2 is definitely better than 1 with running backs. Not necessarily with other positions, but running backs, you always want to have a healthy stable. And the Titans the last couple years have had good running back after good running back come to this program. Looks like Keeney's on his feet there. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him. William Keeney.
Keeney is able to get up under his own power. When play resumes, it'll be 9:08 in the first quarter. In the second quarter. 1st and 10 Titans from the Robinson 32.
Titans line up in an offset I, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Charlton's going to be in the shotgun with Eaton flanking him to his right.
I've liked the Titans' offense so far. They've been multiple in their formations, and they're making the Robinson Rams have to think.
Eaton gets it, hands off to the left side.
On the left, touches back for a gain of 12, and that's the Titans' first down.
You see the upfield version of Eaton, but that burst
Eaton
cut back.
Gets 12 and great field vision as the hole wasn't there. He found the seam, hit the seam, picks up 12. 1st and 10 TC from the 20-yard line. Titans on the move, 8:46 to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10 TC from the 20. Straight handoff to Burgess. Burgess off the right side. Looks like he picks up about 3.
My favorite defensive player, Calvin Johnson, was lined up there at fullback in the offset I, leading up in that hole. That's a big boy coming downhill, and that's another look.
That's some of that jumbo look from last year.
And he's lined up back there again.
They're going to pound it, Eaton to the outside. Not much over there. Gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage.
What I'm also noticing out of the Robinson defense, that was Stewart on the tackle and Scarborough, who are the starting running backs on offense. So that means their players playing both ways.
They have a number of players going both ways. The inside backers and the running backs are going both ways. Pick up of 2 there. It'll be 3rd and 5 from the 15.
They're staying tight here with that heavy package. Let's call it the heavy package.
Charlton.
The naked
bootleg.
Oh, just that.
Just miss.
If he doesn't have a touchdown, but he does have a first down.
Anything.
It'll be 1st and goal from the 5.
That was the play we were looking for last week. You show that heavy, then boot that quarterback out. In the end, was unable to keep up with Charlton. Like you said, not fast, but effective runner.
They bring in the power back, Burgess. Straight handoff to Burgess. He gets 2 going up the front. No, nothing fancy there. Everybody in the whole stadium knew he was running up the gut, and he did.
He still got 2 yards there. We got 3 plays to get a yard here, so your averages are looking good.
Looks like Burgess is coming out, Eaton back in. That's a little surprising.
Eaton's powerful enough. Eaton's powerful enough to go up the gut as he
They
right
give
here.
it to him up the gut.
No signal yet. Eaton on the carry.
You said he's short.
Off just shy of the goal line.
At this point,
Goal for the Titans.
I'm sneaking Charlton here.
No, at this point, I'm putting Burgess in, line up, hit him in the nose, and get the one.
Or line Burgess up as the fullback and give it to him on the short give versus.
Let's see what Coach Longerbeam dials up here. Smells like a quarterback sneak.
That's Abdallah
It's a
lining up there,
handoff.
and it's a touchdown.
And he gets it.
That's Abdallah there.
Abdallah, number 11, Ahmed Abdallah.
Season and a Titan touchdown.
Abdallah lines up and gets the touchdown. The Titan down on the field. Let's see who that is.
That's one of the linemen. I can't see his number. He's getting up. 52.
Second number, no. Looks.
That's efficiency. 1 carry, 1 yard, 1 touchdown.
That's Flores.
Guard, left guard.
He's lined up at left guard. Maybe he got his leg rolled up there in the pile.
He's limping a little bit.
But that's a surprise. Abdallah getting that carry because last week Lamar Williams was the starting running back, and I haven't seen him on
Lamont
the field
hasn't
yet.
been on the field at all this
game.
This 6:23 to go. Titans up 19-0.
Going to go for 2 here.
And they're going for 2.
And now Burgess is lined up as the deep back in the eye.
Charlton gets Harris to the left side. Oh, wide open! Who is that? That's number 15.
Afeni.
There's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Eligible downfield.
Eligible man downfield.
From 3 yards. Come on, Titans, 3 yards. He had to be in the end zone in order to be ineligible. You get 2 yards.
You get 2 yards. I
And they
mean,
lined up at the 3, ineligible downfield. That'll negate the extra point. They're going to run it again. 5-yard penalty.
it's not a bad idea.
Timeout. T.C. Williams.
I like the play call. A very effective play call. They showing the naked boot look so he could run if he needed to, but tight end was wide open. I mean, he must have been in the end zone, or I mean, it's just weird to see an ineligible downfield on a 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
It's just.
Well, actually, there's 1 yard. The lineman can go 2 yards down. He had to be in the end zone with the receiver in order to be ineligible. So maybe a center got zealous.
Or maybe he was lined up and covered up, maybe, but that would have been a legal procedure versus the ineligible downfield. So
Now, in defense of the lineman, if they thought Charlton was going to take off, then he would go to hit a linebacker. But
yeah, I mean it's just odd to see, and that's.
yeah. Now, what's interesting is from the now 8-yard line, Titans line up in the eye.
I was thinking more spread here, but
Pitch
toss.
to Eaton. Eaton turns it up. Now he's going to be short. 6:23 to go in the first half. Titans are up 19-0. There's a Robinson Ram down on the field. Official timeout. He hops back up.
That's Freestead there, the linebacker. And you can see on that drive that the Titans are starting to lean on him a little bit, as you used to say, Coach. Lean on him, put your weight on him. And those tackles that were being met with 1 or 2 yards are getting 5 and 6 yards. And even that play, even though it wasn't successful, got 5 yards on the inside give. So you're starting to see the Titans' offensive line and running backs start to lean heavy on the Robinson Rams.
Absolutely. That Coach Longerbeam's got to be happy with that. This is an important contest for the Titans as they head into, they got one more week of non-conference play, but this is a first real steady test outside of Tuscarora. This is a good bounce-back game for the Titans.
Yeah, this is good to see. Robinson has always had a steady program. They're not the dominant program they used to be in the 90s and 2000s, but Robinson is still a consistent program that makes the playoffs every year, that plays a good, solid brand of football. So this showing is good from the Titans.
Yeah, I do. We do all. It's in the family part. Yeah. It's, yeah, exactly.
Velasquez kicks it deep, fielded by number 9. He stumbles and then heads up the gut. Oh, then a good tackle. Good tackle. Who is that? That's
That's Abdullah.
oh, Ahmed Abdallah on the tackle.
I've seen an early candidate for player of the game. He's on all facets of the game: defense, offense, and special teams.
Amazing what scoring a touchdown will do for your adrenaline.
Yeah, that was Fakati. That was Fakati on the return. He had a seam and a good burst, but a low man won, and Abdallah was the low man, and he won that tackle.
1st and 10 Robinson from the 31-yard line. They line up in that familiar wing T. Straight handoff to number 2. He gets a yard, maybe 2. That's Jack Shivers on the tackle.
That was the wall there. One more of the sort of B back, the kind of outside speed back.
2nd and 8 for the Rams.
And if you notice something different from the Rams, they're old school. One of the running backs comes in with the play that the coach hands to him, and they have a huddle. You don't see that often in high school football anymore.
Straight handoff. Handoff to number 22. Breaks the tackle. He gets about 12. That's Jasquez Stewart. Picks up 12. 1st down. Robinson.
That's Shivers there that's hurt. I didn't see what happened to him, but he seems to be favoring his left leg or hip or something. That was probably the best run play Robinson's had all day. They were able to outflank the Titans, and Stewart had a seam. And as you can see, when he gets outside, he can run the football.
Yeah, he's got a little speed about him, and they broke the that initial front 7.
Yeah, that contained whoever's job is contained wasn't able to keep him inside where the help is. When we have a break, the Titans' next game is at Patriot. Patriot is all the way out in Gainesville. The Titans have played a pretty, I'll say, distant schedule early this season.
Shivers is up, walking out under his own power.
It's good to see there. Looks like he can return to the game shortly.
When play resumes, it'll be 1st and 10. Robinson from the Titan 48-yard line. 5:35, clock's running.
That's one thing about a running offense, that clock runs too.
Handoff to the up back. That's number 20. He breaks a tackle on the left side. Pickup of about 5 or 6.
That Titans got to show up. Everybody pushed up field there, looking at the quarterback in the outside give, and it was a delay up the middle to Scarborough, and he was able to get 5-6 yards on that carry.
Reed Scarborough. Titans have to be careful not to let up with the lead.
Right.
Scarborough comes out to the right side now. 2 running backs on the right. They give it to the back. Oh, Stewart. Maybe 1. It'll be 3rd and 3.
That's Ibrahim Kamara there on the tackle, number 12.
Combined for the tackle.
That end, he was able to keep his contain there and ran into Stewart there for the loss.
3rd down and 3. Titans fans, make some noise for that defense.
Running back, fullback. I love that fullback.
Number 2 there. That's Lawal up the middle. Picks up
About 17.
That's that
big gaping hole up the middle.
Yeah.
Bring up
That's that
first down for the
that
Rams.
sweep that
Titans 26.
and the Robinson running game seems to have picked up some steam here. Titans gonna have to.
They bring in a whole new front line. Timeout on the field. Timeout TC Williams.
That's a good timeout there. Robinson started to get some momentum, and he wanted to change the D lines, and that's a good break there as Robinson was starting to get some good runs. But like you said, you got to keep the energy up. Got to keep the momentum up, because if you can hold them here, you get the ball first. They get the ball first to start the second half. So you want to make sure you stay ahead of them, because if they score a touchdown here and they get the ball back first to start the second half, that could turn into a one-possession game quickly. And that lends to mistakes, and anything can happen. So you want to keep your foot on the gas, as you like to say, Coach, and keep them down while they're down.
Absolutely. Robinson Rams, a proud, traditional powerhouse here in Northern Virginia. So we did not expect them to give up, but the Titans have put it on them so far today. This is a pivotal game in here. If they can hold them here and go into the second half up 19-0, it would be a huge advantage for TC. 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Ballinger in the backfield. Handoff to the up back. Oh, he a big gaping hole. That's number 28, Matthew Stabenik.
That's his first carry of the game, but a lot of guys are going to get 10, 12 yards when they get a hole that big.
And they run a host 6 or 7 running backs.
Right. If you're running a wing T, you got to have running backs, and they're gonna keep coming at them. Titans got to stay physical up front.
Handoff to number 2 off the left side. I'm sorry. He picks up 6 or 7.
That's close to a first down there.
They're getting Robinson getting in their stride now.
As you can see, they seem to have some momentum on this drive.
They seem to have found some weakness in the Titans defense. Titans were stout against them in the almost all of the first half. It's only in this drive where they've been able to sustain a lengthy drive.
This is different running backs. LaWall doesn't play defense, so he's a little bit fresher. And so just getting some fresh legs in there seems to be helping out.
Handoff to the up back, nowhere this time.
That's a straight T there. They gave it to the fullback or the B back there. He trying to go into that B gap, didn't make it.
Coach Longerbeam is rotating the D linemen, trying to keep them fresh. 3:20 to go. Robinson is inside. It's 2nd and goal from the 3?
3 to 2. I'm trying to see the PAT line. It looks like it's ahead of that, so I'm going to say the 2-yard line here. So you know Robinson's going to go 3 downs here to try to get in the end zone. Titans going to have to stand up tall here.
Quarterback sneak. That won't do it.
Well,
touchdown.
He will break the plane and score.
Ballinger's a good 6'3", 6'4".
2:53 to go. Robinson gets on the scoreboard.
That's a Robinson type drive. They ran the ball. They found 2 plays that worked. They gave it to the B back up the middle, and they gave it to the right A back going over their left side. And got in there for the touchdown. So
Jacob Haney for the kick. It's up and it's good.
That's a strong leg there.
2:53 to go. Titans are up 19-7.
TC Titans lead the Robinson Rams 19-7.
Now the Titans, knowing that the Rams get the ball first, you kind of want to get down the field. You don't want to go 3 and out, but if you can get a drive here and get some points, that will take the momentum back heading into halftime that the Rams just created on that drive.
Now, 2:53, that's plenty of time and they got 1 timeout left. I would attack them.
Definitely.
You know, Saki and Harris
on the outside. And don't forget Cole. Cole's already had 2 deep touchdowns this year. Get him long, get them vertical. Let's get them vertical, and then let's see what happens. Just like you said, spread them out some. But you definitely attack them here because, like you said, almost 3 minutes with a timeout and the clock stopping on every first down. It's plenty of time.
And you can expect that the Titans will have good field position. They're not going to kick it to Cole or Harris. They're going to kick it short. So Saki and Williams ought to be prepared to get us at least to the 35 or 40-yard line with the pooch kick. There it is. The pooch kick. He's going to field it at the 25. It's to the 30.
There you go. There it is.
40, 45, 50, down to the 45-yard. Oh, there's a flag on the play.
The fans are screaming for a horse collar, but there's a flag further back on the play. And it's a block in the
Holding
back.
against the Titans.
Legal block in the back.
Fans were screaming for a horse collar.
And it certainly was. He grabbed him by the back of the shirt and pulled him down. No call there. So that great field position is
Titans 24.
is negated. That's that they see one thing and don't see another, and that's frustrating. That's frustrating to everybody. It's frustrating to the players, but you're going to have to push through it here. You still on the 25-yard line, still had a good time, but that was a great return there.
2:44 to go. First and 10 TC from the 24-yard line. Charlton back to pass. Gets it to Cole over the middle. Breaks the tackle. He's to the 50.
Oh, he's gone.
To the 40-yard line. Pickup of 30 yards.
He runs a 4.4. Track.
And that's a Titan.
That was a hitch route. Caught it, turned to the outside, and blew by everybody. And 31 didn't have the angle there from the Rams.
This offense is designed to get people in space. He did it this time. 2:30 and counting. Still in the shotgun. Back to pass. Quick pass over. Oh, just a little too hard, intended for Harris off of his hands, but that stops the clock. 2:25 to go.
He was a little quick on that, and Harris is a little smaller. Harris has good hands, but you just want to make sure you hit him in the chest, get a positive gain. Now this is the time to set him up double move. Pump that inside, get somebody long, because there's no safety in the middle of the field.
They come with the blitz. He's open. Charlton rolling right. Still on his feet, out of bounds.
That is a good play. There was a hold there by Eden in the middle of the field blocking, and no, it was not called.
If you keep your hands in front, they may not call it.
But what he did was he protected his quarterback. And anybody will tell you, protect your quarterback, and that's what he did. So good play there from Eden. Got a wardrobe malfunction there from Eden.
When play resumes, it'll be 3rd and about 7 from the 35-yard line.
It's 4-down territory, so make sure you get positive yards here on 3rd down.
He rolls to the left.
There's a flag.
They're going to get another ineligible receiver downfield.
It's going to be probably procedure here. And you're right there, Coach.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Let's see if they'll take it. They incomplete pass, 3rd and 7. They may decline it and get the 4th down. Let's see.
That was actually good coverage there from number 25, Dominic Martin there on Kai Cole. That's not an easy matchup. That was a good throw from Charlton as well. He put it up there, gave his receiver a chance. The coach seems to still be deciding. It looks like they're declining it. I told you it was 2 penalties.
They declined them both. 4th and 7, TC 207.
I thought I saw the procedure flag. You saw the ineligible downfield. We both were right.
4th down for the Titans from the 36-yard line. 4th and 6, 207 to go in the half. Charlton in the shotgun. Here they come with the blitz. They get him, and the Titans turn it over on downs. Held that ball too long.
That was Daniel Smith that came in on the backside there. They sent Ethan Rothstein on a middle linebacker blitz. He had a lane to get away to the outside, but he was caught from behind.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Must watch for that play action pass here. You got to watch for it. Linebackers, watch that backside tight end there.
2 minutes remaining in the half. 1st and 10 Robinson from their own 39-yard line. They line up in the wing T. Hand off to number 2. He gets caught by the front.
Oh,
front of the line. Second down.
they went back to that same play they ran last drive that was so effective. Good job there by the Titan defense.
Robinson may be content to go in down 12 points and take their chances in the second half.
There's the
Play
play
action pass.
and it's covered. It's 3 Titans covering him.
He runs out of bounds. Pickup of maybe 5, 6.
Titans 2, 3, and 4 were there on Ethan Rothstein. There was no way he was getting that deep pass that time. And Robinson helped us out running out of bounds here. You stop him here, you can call timeout and get the ball back if you wish. The punter was not effective punting the ball earlier in the game.
Ballinger saw that the receiver was covered and wisely kept it. Picked up 2 or 3. 1:23, third and about 6 to go.
Got to watch the play action here, but I'd
Stewart
probably
lines
run
up
the
to
ball.
the left.
Here's the
Hands up
dive.
to the- Oh,
Oh, that's some stiff arm there. That's a dive.
that's number 20, Reed Scarborough. Picks up 20 yards and a tough stiff arm.
Tavares Brown has got to get lower than that. He's stood straight up and got stiff arm in the open field.
Scarborough has been highly effective.
Yeah. There's
Play
the
action pass
There's
again.
a waggle. There's no way that pass should have been caught. There was no way that pass should have been
number
caught.
29.
That's Daniel Smith.
Daniel Smith, the tight end.
That's the waggle play you called for, and the Titans had the coverage. No one got on the receiver. Ballinger
1 minute remaining in the half. Handoff to number 2 coming off the left side.
And there's a
Stop
timeout
him there. Timeout.
That Ballinger has shown good throwing ability. He's hit spin spot on the receivers. They dropped him early. Now they're catching the ball. Titans have got to find those players on those crossing routes and get in front of those passing lanes. Make
Well-
Ballinger tuck and run.
Coach Valser must have taken a look at the Tuscarora film last week.
And
TC
saw-
was vulnerable to the mid-range pass, not so much the long pass, but there's clearly been some lapses in defense in the secondary, and they've been stiff up front. So pay attention to the scouting report, and you can see why they're doing it.
It's watching film. Those crossing route, that was the waggle play that tight end from Tuscarora had a 50-yard catch on last week. And what did they hit us with? Waggle plays. You got it.
And he was a slow, lumbering kind of tight end. No
Yeah.
speed,
Hungry
just
while
good
waiting.
hands.
Visit the concession stand. Get something hot off the grill, something cold out of the fridge, or a sweet treat. Support your TC Titan Athletics.
The Rams have 2 timeouts left, so keep that in mind. With almost a minute, that's an eternity to try to get the ball in the end zone here.
2nd and 8 from the 22. 52 seconds remaining. One receiver to the left.
There's the
Play action again. Oh, he throws it out of bounds. Incomplete.
There was actually some pressure there on the quarterback, Calvin Johnson. Ballinger's had a bunch of clean pockets to throw from. That's the first time on a pass play that there was somebody in his face and he overthrew an open receiver.
3rd and 8 from the
26.
26-yard line. 45 seconds to go.
No, correction, that's the 21. Eesh.
Big play here. 45 seconds to go. Handoff to Scarborough again this time.
That was Sinbic. They flexed out Scarborough, who's been really effective up the middle, and gave it to Skimbrick, who had one good run, but Scarborough has been the best runner they've had.
4th down.
They're going
They're
to run
going to
this
let
down.
the clock run down and probably attempt a field goal. They're
they have
holding
a
them
stout
out there.
kicker.
Field goal team is ready. They're going to let it run all the way down so that TC doesn't get a chance to play any offense, provided they miss the kick. 8, 7, 6, and there's a timeout.
Rams will call for a timeout with 6 seconds remaining. 4th and 3 from the 19.
Robson was able to get some yards there and get into scoring position. Titans got to make sure they don't jump off here, but jumping off here, it's going to be kind of hit or miss because there's only 6 seconds remaining. So will they try to go for the end zone? Haney.
Stay tuned at halftime. We're going to have some Titan tradition here. Got a former player here. Jimmy Gibson's going to interview former coach Bill Allen. They shared some success a few years ago. Then you hear all about it at the halftime. Keating's setting up here for the field goal. Looks like it's going to be that'll be a 34-yard attempt.
He has plenty enough leg. Let's see if the Titans can get any pressure. Coach Lagerbein looks like he's going to ice him here.
Trying to ice him. You might as well call that timeout.
Can't take it with you.
Yeah.
Titans are going to pull the lights on the situation.
That's true commentary there. Titans felt a little ice on the situation.
Clouds have come over and it's cooled off tremendously. That sun's about a 15 to 20 degree difference. And the players will appreciate it. I know we appreciate it up here.
Absolutely.
But it's a good crowd out here today, Coach. Supporting the 2-1 Titans. And the Rams typically travel well and their side's full too. So good afternoon football game going on.
It's fun to go down there.
He lined up for a 34-yard field goal.
6 seconds remaining. Keating lined up for a 34-yard field goal attempt. The snap is clean. Oh, there's a flag on the play.
Kick is up and good, but there's a flag on the play.
Is the delay of game? The back judge threw it, so it's either a delay of game or something with the snap of the defense.
Looks like they were counting.
They waved it off.
No flag.
On the play.
Because the back judge threw it, so I'm thinking
He miscounted. Because he came up to count the players again. He counted to 11 and waved it off.
So now he saw, the kicker got to see his kick. It was close to being out.
Every time that happens, they miss the second.
Lines up again. Snap is clean. Kick is up. Kick is good.
It's up and good. And
No time remaining.
fires.
Titans 19 and the Rams 10.
Robinson Rams 10.
A good game we got going here.
All right, stay tuned here. We're going to have Jimmy Gibson interview Coach Bill Allen. Stay tuned. Just a couple seconds. We'll get that interview in for you.
This is James Gibson reporting at halftime of the Titans game. I'm here with a very special guest, a Titans legend, former coach Bill Allen, and I'm very honored as not only was he a former Titans coach here, but he was my coach. So I'm going to get to interview him and ask him some questions like, why didn't you give me the ball a little bit more? But very excited to have you here. How do you feel to be back?
Jimmy, it's always a pleasure to come back in Alexandria. I was here for 43 years and I loved every minute. I love teaching, I love coaching, and it was an honor to be able to be in those positions.
Absolutely. What do you think about that first half so far?
I'm very impressed, very organized, very disciplined team, multiple sets, defense aggressive, very impressive.
Yeah, that defense resembled some of the defenses that you coached back in the 90s, where we kind of were 11 hats swarming around the ball. That was That resembled some fun history.
Defense, it's all about defense, you know. You don't let them score, you can't lose. And we go back, I remember in 84 team, we gave up 32 points in the whole year. Scored 427 points, and that was with Glenn Furman. And it was, Glenn was a great head coach, and Dennis Shaw and Don Futrell and Paul Hines. We had a great group of guys, and but we had a lot of good young men, and we were very fortunate to coach them.
Absolutely. So, Coach, you were here for quite some time. You were part of some state championships, coached a number of guys that went on to play some collegiate and even pro. What do you do after all of that?
Well, I'm enjoying my wonderful wife, Barbara, and my 4 children that live up here in Northern Virginia and in Alexandria. And I have 2 grandchildren, but I live at Wintergreen Resort, and I've always had a house at Wintergreen Resort for about 31 years. And so now my wife and I, we live there, we still ski. We belong to a bike group. We ride bike about 16 to 20 miles every Wednesdays. We travel. We just we're going down the Eastern Shore next week, and it's just a pleasure to be with my good wife and enjoy her every day.
Wonderful. You always did preach family, so I know that's not just an interview answer, that's the real deal. Could appreciate that. Coach, what would you say you missed most about your days here at Parker Gray Memorial Stadium?
I miss the camaraderie with the kids, players, coaches, community. I just love coming back to Alexandria, and like I said, I have children here, so I come back here about once every 6 weeks, once a month. I have 2 grandchildren, and so it's just a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to be here with you and the Gibsons and the Donnie Simpson I'm very close to, and all the players around here. I saw Chris Thompson walking down and Michael Porterfield. It just puts a smile on my face to see you all you people.
And you can see we're not very close. We don't get along at all here. Coach, I'm going to let you get back and enjoy the rest of the game. What's your forecast for the second half here?
Conditioning's going to play a little factor in this second half. You know, a little bit of cramps will probably appear and so forth, so that will be a big help. So hopefully TC's in great shape, which they sure look like at the first half. And thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for stopping by, Coach Allen. That's Coach Bill Allen, former head coach here at T.C. Williams High School. And we're going to wrap up here in the booth and send it back over to Jim and Felix for the second half of a Titans victory.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Parker Gray Memorial Stadium for this afternoon's contest between the Robinson Rams and the TC Titans. And so far today, the Titans have done well. They're up 19-10 with 2 touchdowns, both in the air. DeAndre Charlton is 5 of 7 for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the running backs have been pretty evenly distributed. Eaton has 7 carries for 33 yards. Burgess has 4 for 58. Kai Cole and Saki both have the touchdowns. Kai's reception, 76 yards in the air, and Saki, the 1 touchdown with 36 yards. The Titans defense has been very stout against a traditional wing T offense run by Robinson, and so second half should be interesting. What are your thoughts, Felix?
Well, you skipped out on the 3rd touchdown the Titans had. Abdul Kamara has 1 carry for the touchdown there, but the energy at the start was impressive. They were a gear faster than the Rams, but in the second quarter the game started to slow down, which plays into the Rams' hands. So Titans need to kick the energy level back up. You went off speed. We went off athleticism. Make sure we keep the energy up, keep the speed going. Our speed will win out in the day, but we can't sell the Rams short as they're a disciplined bunch. I'm looking over, I see Burgess limping a little bit, which is not a good sign. He's been our power back. Even though he had that long carry, he was subbed out in there by the goal line. It looks like maybe a knee or ankle injury. Don't want to speculate, but hopefully he can push through for us. The Rams get the ball to start the second half, so the defense didn't set the tone here. Get them 3 and out, and the game goes right back on our shoulders, Coach.
Absolutely. Burgess is getting that knee wrapped up. One of the interesting fact is Lamont Williams, who had a ton of carries last week against Tuscarora, has yet to touch the ball this afternoon outside of a kickoff return.
Yeah. So let's see if Burgess is hurt. Maybe he gets some time in there spelling Eaton. But Eden seems to be back to his normal self, and like Kamara stepped in. There are other backs. Saki can even go back there if you need him to. So let's see how it goes here.
Underway in the second half. Kickoff goes deep to number 20. That's Reed Scarborough. Reed comes up the middle. He gets about 5, 6, 7. It'll be 1st and 10. Robinson from the 32-yard line.
Scarborough returns kicks like a fullback. There was open space, but he looked for blockers and he looked for contact there. With a good, steady return. Let's see how the Titans defense can do after their halftime adjustments here.
Asa Ballinger, quarterback for Robinson, was pretty accurate on the pass, even though Robinson doesn't traditionally pass the ball that often. The play action had the Titans defense confused. Let's see what we can do now. Man in motion, pitch to him. He gets nowhere as he's got a tackle for a loss.
That's number 17.
That's James Coleman.
Yeah.
The outside linebacker was not fooled at all.
He kept that outside shoulder clean on that block and was able to keep contained there, and Stewart had nowhere to go. That's doing your defensive job. Keep your outside shoulder clean. Make sure they don't get outside of you. Good job. Ballinger had to run all the way to the far sideline to get the play there and run back. That's
old school.
Yeah, you don't see that much anymore.
Wing T, run your quarterback from sideline to sideline to get the play.
Usually send the A back or a receiver, but Ballinger had to go.
Misdirection.
Oh, Lawal fumbled the ball. I think the Titans got it.
Fumble on the play. Looks like the Titans may have it.
And they do.
They do have it.
Turnover on the fumble.
That was Shivers. Shivers there with the recovery. And the back judge just picked the ball up from Shivers. Shivers stood up with the ball, and all the refs are looking on the ground. He picked up the ball, handed to him. But either way, that's the turnover that we were waiting on.
Absolutely.
Lawal's is a good runner, but he holds that ball away from his body.
He took a good shot from Williams on the way by. 1st and 10 TC from the 44-yard line. Charlton lines up in the shotgun, flanked by Eaton to his left.
They got 2 stacked on each side. Good read, Charlton.
Charlton. Oh, and there's a flag on the play.
30 yards. But there is a flag on the play.
Holding against the Titans will bring it back.
Those plays like that, I mean, it's a read play, so that tackle's being read.
Positive note, get the 50-50 raffle tickets out here.
We don't have the benefit of replay, but it's one of the ones you just hang your head a little bit, because that was the right read, Charlton, and ran it right up the middle. And even lowered the shoulder on the safety back there.
3, 4, 4, 6,
but don't lose your confidence, don't lose your focus here. That was still an impressive play.
1st and 20 now from the Titans 46. Gives the ball to Eaton nowhere this time.
That was trying to do something different. His read was still to pull there. He didn't pull the ball. Eaton had nowhere to go. If you notice on this stack formation, Coach, the DBs are 10 yards off of the stacked receivers. You get a quick throw out there, you got one lead blocker. I would take my chances on the outside with Cole there.
2nd and 20 for the Titans from the 45-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Charlton takes off, goes over the sideline, picks up maybe half of that.
Not a bad play there from Charlton. Rams had good pressure. I'm not sure if they were set up a screen, but there were 2 or 3 Rams standing there, and he was able to get to the outside.
Picks up 11 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 9 from the 45-yard line of the Rams.
The Rams, they're still 10 yards back on this stat.
Charlton back to pass. Too much dancing. He got about 5, but it was a little bit too much dancing. Once you got to make one move and go.
Charlton's got to realize that, okay, sometimes the best play is to live for another down. Also, he didn't look to his right. The slant pattern was open on the right. Would have got him close to the first down, but he had his eyes to the left on his read.
I think he lost where he was on the field because he thought about throwing it, but couldn't figure out if he had passed that line of scrimmage or not. High kick, not very long.
Got it. That was a missed opportunity there from the Titan offense, and it all triggered off that one penalty. They've got to keep the penalties down. That's a different drive if you get that 30-yard run from Charlton to start it off.
19-10.
Yeah, that 12-yard punt doesn't help either.
Yeah. Titans are a good offense, but 1st and 20, it's hard for most offenses.
Robinson comes out in their wing tee, 1 receiver to the right. Ballinger under center. Handoff. He gets to number 22.
That's
Stewart. He picks up maybe 1 or 2.
Stewart on the misdirection there. Try to sneak him behind. Just got to stay at home. Defensive tackles, lock up those linemen, and let the linebackers diagnose the play and then get downhill and make these tackles.
Yeah, the wing tee offense is designed if someone makes a mistake and you find it, you're in good shape. Oh, someone made a mistake, and number 28, Matthew Serbenik, picks up 12.
12-yard gain on the play.
That's
Stopped by Blackwell. Not before he picks up the Rams.
There was another gaping hole there, and he didn't get contact till he already had the first down. Titans have got to shore up front.
Straight handoff again to the fullback.
That's Skip
Serbenik again.
Yeah.
For another 12.
The line is washing the tackles out the play, and it's a gaping hole.
At the Titans 39.
And as you see, the Rams are starting to pick up momentum. This game is getting physical. Titans are going to have to match the physicality here. Watch the run to the wall here.
Pickup of about 3 this time, right up the gut. Serbenik again.
Oh, 3.
They've done Serbenik. You got to watch for Lawal going around the end. Got to keep your contain if you're the ends.
They're true to form. This might be time for their play action pass if they are true to form. No, they hand it off nowhere.
That's good contain on the outside there.
About half a yard.
Can't see the number. Looks like Damian Thompson that was over there. He kept his contain and made the wall have to turn inside and didn't get any yards there. Now this is probably your play action down here, Coach.
Big third down here. Titans fans, make some noise.
Or your infamous waggle play.
.658 and counting. Robinson comes out 3rd and 7 from the 37. Split receivers, 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff to Serbenik. Picks up about 6.
About 6 yards.
Yeah, it's about 4th and 2, 4th and 3 there, and which means in this offense they're going for it, especially on the plus side of the field for them.
For the defense, Titans fans, let's make some noise.
They brought Stewart back in, a little bit bigger back. They took the wall out. So let's say that's 4th and a healthy.
That's good 2 yards.
Yeah.
4th and 2 that's what the wing T is designed to do. Figure out who's going to get the ball. Depending on the spot.
It definitely depends on the spot. The line judge from this side has them short because the marker is beyond the line, is beyond the 30-yard line. That's short. They're going to measure.
Call for measurement. Official timeout on the field with 6:02 left. On this crucial fourth
And we said that last time, but from here, it looks like the chains are beyond the 30-yard line. That ball is not beyond the 30-yard line.
Not at all.
And spot is everything.
Oh, they picked that ball up before he could spot it. I don't like this at all.
It's got to go past the yard line. It's short.
Turnover on downs.
Defense holds again. That's their second 4th down stand.
That's big there. That's big. And I'm with you. The line judge on this side marked it, and the ref moved it up some, a lot closer.
But the line judge on the far side of the field is supposed to pick up the marker, and he didn't. It was dangling in the air,
Man.
which gives him the opportunity to respot it.
Right.
And that made me uncomfortable. 1st and 10 TC from the 30-yard line. Charlton gives it to Eaton. Eaton spins and gets a couple, maybe
He got
2, maybe 3.
5. He got 5 there out of nothing with a spin move there. I mean, it was nothing there.
2nd and 5, manageable for the Titans.
Eaton's gonna have to get that chin strap tightened up. That's about the 3rd or 4th time they've had to tighten him up before play.
2nd and 5 from the 35. Straight handoff to Eaton again. What's the?
Everybody wasn't set. Probably went through the cadence too fast. Lineman was still getting in.
I mean, and what is sad about that is the D tackle got pancaked in the middle of the line, and Eaton had a running start downhill. But all the little things mattered. You got to make sure everyone's out the break. Got to make sure everyone's set before you go through the cadence. Those things hurt the Titans. They're self-inflicted wounds.
Instead of 2nd and 5, now it's 2nd and 10. Different set of circumstances. 5:25 to go in the 3rd quarter. Titans 2nd and 10. Eaton handoff. Picks up 6.
And there's another flag. And it's going to be on the receivers now lining up properly. So it's going to be a procedure flag against the Titans.
Legal procedure, like an alignment penalty.
You can see Saki and Cole talking after the play. Who was on the line, who was off the line.
In a game of field position, the Titans are self-destructing. Instead of a 1st and 10 from the Robinson 40, now they're facing a 2nd and 15 from their own 25. Middle screen to Eaton.
That's the first down.
He gets and another flag. That's 4 flags in a row, and I think they're going to call illegal man downfield.
They're going to say ineligible downfield.
For 18, will be negated by an ineligible man downfield.
The penalties are.
That is a questionable call on the screen.
play.
If the pass is behind the line of scrimmage,
They
it's
can block
essentially a handoff.
Right. So this is gone from 2nd and 5 to 2nd and 20. And they caught him in the right time. Robinson was blitzing. The middle was wide open. Run. He cut it back.
Charlton runs for about 35 yards.
Hey, and the best thing on that play.
And no flag.
No flag. Charlton did what we wanted him to do last week. He broke a tackle, cut back in to get more yards. Now his helmet came off, and Rossi has to come in
for one play.
But that right there is a momentum builder. All those penalties, and you still get the first down. That's a senior quarterback taking it into his own hands there.
1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Oh, Eaton leaned forward. This is going to be a procedure again.
That's procedure on Eaton. You got to know as a running back, you can jab forward. He made it obvious when he rocked and tried to stand still again.
Well, our coach always taught us if you get caught in that, just slide to the right.
Just slide. You can move.
You can move, yeah.
Just can't tilt forward. Just shuffle left, shuffle right. Gather yourself. And you're right. I don't know how many times you did it, but you could have just fell into a 3-point stance because technically you can do that.
Timeout on the field, 4:31 to go. Titans call the timeout. Titans are up 19-10.
That's a good timeout. Coach Lagerbein trying to settle down his offense. They can score, they can do it, but they're beating themselves. You just got to get them to relax and not beat themselves and beat the Rams. That's essentially what you need to do here.
Going up 16 right at this point will be huge for the Titans because Robinson is not a quick play, quick strike offense, and they would tend to burn up at least 4 or 5 minutes
and a drive,
even if they score.
Yeah, so a two-score lead would be great. It already is a 2-score lead, but
a 3-score lead could be insurmountable.
Right.
Charlton fakes the handoff, keeps it, breaks up the middle, still running, spins down to the 15, down to the 14-yard line.
And I keep telling people, Charlton is not a fast runner, but when he's running like this, he's an effective runner. And that's going to make the game so much easier for our running backs. And right there, his elusiveness in the middle of the field got the Titans into a scoring position here.
That was highly effective. Titans come up in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. They give it to Eaton. Eaton tries to go around the end. There's no room there. No room there.
The way the Rams are playing that, they're playing the edges. They're playing the edges, so you're going to have to sell out to the middle. The safeties are deep. The outside linebacker is actually kind of playing an inside tech on the slot receiver, so he's already out there. You got to run inside.
From my vantage point, you fake that, do a play action, and make these guys on the corner play one-on-one.
That is exactly you. This is where Cole and Harris can be dangerous, isolated one-on-one.
Harris and Saki are both good individual receivers. Wide open.
There it is.
Touchdown.
And you read it. You have to make that middle linebacker. He dropped in zone. He's so used to a running back coming at him, he didn't get deep enough. Cole runs right behind him. Easy pitch and catch. And
wide open in space, and when he gets in space, you're in trouble.
Kai Cole is the fastest person in the Gunston district, and people will understand that. People already don't kick to him on kick returns. As a slot receiver, he's even more dangerous, and that is a good play there. The Titans going for 2, trying to go up 17 here.
The Robinson cushion was far too much, and so he was wide open. Nowhere on this extra point. Right, there's a flag on the play.
That's a back judge. That's hard to be an offensive penalty on a back judge. Looks like it's going to be on the Rams. Illegal substitution. They had too many players.
Too many players out there.
They had 12 players. That'll stop a run. That'll get an extra player.
That'll stop a whole lot when you have 12 players.
Unfortunately, you can only get 11.
This is one untimed down. Titans go up 25-10, 3:21.
Now it's a procedure penalty on the Titans.
The first half was pretty much penalty free. This second half has been just not very well played.
It's the self-inflicted wounds that are just hurting the Titans right here. On this drive alone, they've had 5 penalties.
And five carries for over 10 yards.
That you usually don't hear those stats on one drive, and that's what's happened.
Beautiful day for football. About 80 degrees, a little bit of breeze, and when the clouds hide that sun, it's just really pleasant.
Yes, that sun come out is another story. But right now.
But what's even more pleasant is the Titans are up 25-10 with 3:21 to go.
Try to go up 3 scores. Try to go up 3 scores.
Differential, be up 17.
They'd be up 17, 3 scores.
Keiko catches the 2-point conversion.
And like you said, isolate them in space. And there's not a linebacker that's going to check Kai Cole one-on-one.
There are not many DBs that can check him. He's one of the fastest guys in the state of Virginia, runs on the track team, and those track skills are working. TC goes up. 27-10, 3:21 to go.
Max Alonso, number 35 for the Rams, the outside linebacker. He's built as a middle linebacker for inside run. And one-on-one with Kai Cole is a mismatch. And they keep doing that. You keep burning them on that till they change it.
He won't be enjoying the film session on Monday.
Oh, no, he's not going to like the film at all, because that's Cole's second touchdown and a 2-point conversion all on that side of the field.
So that's third touchdown for Charlton today. Yeah. That might be a career high.
He's thrown for 3, and the Titans had 1 rushing touchdown, but his effectiveness as a runner and a passer has been on display today. And that's what the Titan offense need. That's what was missing in Tuscarora last week. He looked tentative. He looked timid. He looked like his first start. Now he looks like a senior quarterback today.
Kickoff fielded by number 32, LaPlante. He gets out to the 35, and then he gets planted.
LaPlante got planted.
Rams will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own.
Titans got to keep their head here, keep their emotions. There was a little extracurricular after the play.
All right now.
That was Ahmed Abdallah got a little irritated by that continuing to block.
That Jacob Haney, number 19, I think hit him after the play, and kickoffs are just a strange place. There's
play
the
action. He's running.
The only job that wasn't done there was number 10. Damian Thompson has to keep contained. If he keeps contained there, the receivers recovered. Ballinger would have nowhere to go. But smart
Instead,
play.
he picks up about 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 from the 42. 3:08 to go in the third quarter.
Here's the dive.
That's Reed Scarborough again.
That's man.
He has been gashing the interior line of the Titans. Picks up 7. 1st and 10 from midfield.
The tackle's gonna have to just plug up that middle to take that dive away and make Robinson have to go somewhere else.
Even if it's a fake, you got to respect that. They give it to him again. This time, not so much. Maybe 2 off the left side.
If you notice, Robinson with the wing T is very similar. If you watch college football, you watch Navy or Georgia Tech with the triple option. That's how their linemen block, almost in a 4-point slants to get leverage. So the tackles are going to have to fight. They're going to have to win, get underneath their legs, plug that up.
And it takes a toll on the D line because there's a lot of chop blocking. No D lineman likes chop blocking.
And that's spoken as a former defensive lineman.
No doubt.
You hate your legs, and that's for any football player. You get hit up top, you're okay, but when they're coming at your legs,
that's number 2.
That's the wall.
The wall picks up about 8. Looks like it could be a first down.
From my vantage point, and I'm sitting on the 40,
He's got
it's the first down. I was about to say there was no need to measure it, but there you go. They were able to get on the outside there. Got to keep your contain. Got to keep your discipline. Keep your blocks.
Counting here in the third quarter.
There's the
Play action.
12.
Trouble this time.
Good job.
That's Abdallah.
No, that's Ibrahim Bangura there.
Mangura, I'm sorry, on the tackle.
That
Came off the end and caught him in that play action.
That's a defensive end's dream. No one blocks you, and the quarterback has his back turned to you with the ball.
Uncovered after you drew me in with the fake, and I get to keep running full speed. I am faster than you. 4 or 5 yard tackle for loss.
And that puts Robinson behind the chains. That's good.
2nd and 15.
There's the misdirection to Lawal.
He's running for a long time.
That's that double handoff. They handed to Stewart, then handed to the wall.
For a gain of 8.
Oh, and a flag.
Extracurriculars after the play.
You got to keep your head. Robinson does this. Robinson's been doing this for 30 years. They block, they hit you late. You got to keep your head. You can ask any Titan football player, they'll tell you the same thing. You got to keep your head, especially on their sideline. Personal foul.
Personal foul against the Titans. 15.
The refs kind of did that in the wrong order. It's supposed to have been dead ball, then personal foul, but
that'll tack 15 on to the end of the run. That'll put Robinson
1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. 1:10 to go in the quarter.
good Mike Blitz,
Oh,
but he
ran right by it.
Yep. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
14 yards out.
Titans fighting
Matthew
themselves.
Stabanik.
We hadn't had him all drive, and there he was on that gusher. They had a middle linebacker blitz. And he right at the quarterback. Went right by him.
He missed. He ran in the A gap. Play was in the C gap.
Yeah.
That's the risk you take on the blitzing that linebacker.
And that's why that quarterback turns his back, so you can't see where it is.
Kick is up and good. 59 seconds to go. Titans 27, Rams 17.
Robinson Rams 27-17.
Got to keep your pedal on the metal. Your offense is better than their defense. So you have a 10-point lead. If you keep scoring, you win. That's all that matters.
Football. At the beginning of the third quarter, number 9, Oklahoma State leads Pittsburgh 56-21. In a potential upset, Memphis leads number 25, UCLA 40-31, late in third.
West Coast team
And
traveling
up
east.
in Ann Arbor, Michigan, number 7 leads Air Force 22-13.
Ooh, close. What them Hills doing? Oh.
You keep Kai Cole D. One of these times, I'm going to switch Kai Cole at the up back.
I would switch them too. You know, in
and
fact,
see what they do.
what I would do is upon the kick, let Cole and Harris come up
and drop
Saki and who was that?
Terrence
on the
Williams
Yep.
back. Onside.
No, I touched it too soon.
Nope.
Robinson attempts an onside kick.
Onside kick, special teams.
You gotta watch that. That's right out of the Robinson playbook. The upbacks, you got to watch that kick.
No, that's the lineman. The lineman should check the line first before they retreat. They took off. He tapped it. They got it.
I meant to say lineman. I said upbacks, but you gotta read that.
Robinson gets the ball back. 1st and 10 from the Titans 48.
This is leading into Robinson's hands to get right back out and run the ball. Titans need a big play here on defense. There's the double handoff again.
13 by the wall.
They've got that backside end has to stay at home. They're running it that way because that end keeps washing himself out of the play. If that end would stay at home, Lawal would run right into him.
Straight hand up the middle. Stabanik pounding the Titans up gut for 13.
Now, and look, Robinson's going quick.
They're going tempo, and the Titans aren't looking fresh. He retreats. Oh, good retreat. He
hurt
loses about
himself.
5.
Stewart hurt himself. You got to get what you got to get. But Stewart spun himself back, and Calvin
He
Johnson
tried to reverse field and lost 6. That serves the Titans well.
Yeah.
12, 10 seconds and counting.
And that'll get him out of the dirt. That'll get him to the quarter switch. That's a free time out there to catch their win.
Your Titans lead the Robinson Rams.
At the end of 3 quarters of play,
17.
Titans are up 27-17. We seem to have a little bit of a momentum switch, and then with the onside kick, let's see if the Titans have some character here in the 4th quarter.
Like you said, character, focus. That 3rd quarter was a lot of self-inflicted penalties, offense and defense. If we don't beat ourselves, we win. It's that simple. Robinson's already trying to beat us. You don't need to beat ourselves as well. So this play, watch for that double handoff. That's been the play that's working. Hand off to that first A-back, and the other one comes on the other side.
You got to be able to stop the run. They're going to run the ball. You got to be able to stop it. Matthew Sabanek has just taken off in the 2nd quarter. Reed Scarborough, in fact, all of the running backs have had their fair share of success. I'd be interested to see how many yards on the ground Robinson actually has.
Yeah, you see, they're playing to their strength. That's what they do. Their least effective runner
what do you got
is
to drink? No, what do you have?
It's Stewart. But the 4th quarter is when games are won.
Of both. One of each. Second and 16 for Robinson from the 30-yard line.
They're set up in that formation. Now they're flexing out. Watch.
It's still coming up the gut.
Yeah, still coming up the middle here.
Pass intended for number 6. That is Ethan Rothstein, incomplete. It'll be a 3rd and 16.
They lined up in the formation that had been doing the misdirection in, and they flexed out and they ran all verticals there. And that was Ballinger's first bad throw. He threw it on the wrong side. He throws it to the right side of him. That's probably a touchdown.
The problem is he was wide open.
Yeah, that's the bigger problem.
3rd and 16. Double a handoff again. They stop him after about a gain of 4. It'll be 4th and 12.
I'm trying to see who was on the tackle. It looked like it was Coleman over there. Stayed at home. That's the biggest thing. You stay at home, they'll run to you. But you got to stay at home. Robinson's obviously going to go for it here, even though they have a strong kicker.
Timeout on the field. Official timeout. It's like, who's that? Number 93 is coming off injured for the Titans. That's Gabriel Mensah.
They have options here. Their kicker made a kick from this distance earlier. Down 10, they're down 2 scores, but it looks like they're going to go for it here.
This is a big play for the Titans.
If they can stop them here
and then burn up 6 minutes, they can put it out of reach.
Yeah. I'm just leery. They have a strong enough kicker to make this kick.
That's a grown man kick from there.
But
let me see. That's 26,
he made it
36. That's a 40.
But he just made a 37-yard in the first half.
Going to go for it.
And he had plenty of distance. Watch the double handoff.
Play action. Looking long. He's not going to make it. Turnover on downs.
That's my favorite player, Mejia.
That's going to be a turnover on downs, which means it's a Titans first down.
They went for the waggle play.
He was covered.
It was covered. And then the pressure up the middle from Calvin Johnson forced Ballinger to run, and Mejia cleaned it up. And that's a big stop from the defense there. Robinson had momentum, but like that one play from Stewart, and they're able to get them to the end of the quarter, settle them down. The Titans are able to get off the field. Now, like you said, this is clock control. This is clock control here.
Let's see if
Eden had a hole cut back on the right side, wide as day. He saw it late. And observation, they're in the I formation, but they have the receivers split out far wide. Robinson has to cover the space. That opens up weak side running ability. Got to run it that side.
10:51 and counting, 2nd and 9 for the Titans. They line up in the I. Pitch to Eaton. He cuts it. That's going to be targeting.
That's got to be targeting right there. No, they're throwing it. They're throwing the flag back there where there's a ram player down. They're going to call a chop block.
That was the one that made the targeting.
We're going to see where this is.
That's who made the tackle.
If targeting is going to get called, that was head-to-head contact there. We'll see.
He lunged at him. He definitely did. And he's down, the guy who gave the tackle. But I'm telling you, they're going to call this on TC on a blocking penalty.
It looks like he's telling him it is on.
Number 3, that's
William Keeney.
William Keeney.
That was the one that got. That was the one that had the Burgess hit when he tackled Burgess. Got a little shook up.
What is the call? They're awful about it.
They're marking this off against the Titans.
Penalty was against the Titans. I don't know how. They never signaled a call. Here we go.
Personal foul against TC.
Foul.
It's amazing. It was on the backside of the play, so we don't know what it was, but whatever it was away from the play, and it was
2nd and 18 for the Titans now.
and it was an obvious targeting call on the tackle that was not called.
Fairfax County call.
That was dangerous there.
Pass intended
Harris.
for Kelvin Harris. Bounces off of his hands and then off of the defender's hand.
Ryan Baker.
It'll be a 3rd and 18 or 15.
Third down from the Titans.
That shot themselves in the foot with a call that we still are questioning up here. You still have good matchups. Put Cole in space is a matchup problem.
Charlton, incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
He took his eyes off of Cole. Cole started streaking down the middle of the field on a post route. He pulled his eyes down, tried to hit Harris on the crosser. It's a little bit too far out in front.
Let's go, Lions! Let's go, our men!
It's imperative now that the Titans get a good kick. It doesn't need to be high, it needs to be down the field. Make Robinson have to use time.
Scarborough and Stewart back deep. He's going to catch it. Scarborough still on his feet. Down to about the 30-yard line.
That's where that penalty that no one saw becomes big. That was a first down for TC on the 35. Now it's Robinson's ball.
32. One play resuming.
There's a Titan down there. I think that's Kamara. And Scarborough got 15 yards there, where it didn't look like he should have had much of any. This has been the type of game we expected. 2 physical teams, 2 run-heavy teams. Even though Titans have done a lot of damage through the air, this is the game we expected.
Let's go, defense!
First down is big. Keep them behind the chains. Keep them in where they got to go 3rd and long and 4th and long.
First and 10, Robinson at the 32.
There's a dive.
Handoff to Zednik again.
Flag on the carry for a gain of 7.
Stay home.
9:53. Titans are appearing to wear down a bit now. Coming straight at them.
Hey, they stopped them short there, but you know it's 3rd and 1, so you know what's coming. This is the time to kind of almost take a chance play here. So you got to watch for the play action, watch for the deep shot here. This is the time for the trick play because
Big 3rd down.
it's not even a foot for the first down.
Go defense. Gotta stay home now.
Straight handoff. He gets the yard for sure. And some more.
5. First down, Rams.
Got to stay strong here. Got to stay tough here. Even if you hold them to a
First
field
and
goal,
10
it's big.
from the 18.
That is not where you're going to win against TC. That is not where you win against TC. Blackwell and Dowdy were standing over there,
Waiting to bring up a 2nd and 12.
Watch reverse.
They faked that double handoff that time, but the backside stayed home. Good job there.
Stay home.
Play action. He got away.
That's a penalty. They finally got a penalty on Robinson there with that crackback block. That's obvious. That's all day.
But there is a flag on the play.
Back it up.
That's that crackback block that they. They're gonna do the injury first, and that's Coleman. He had problems with cramping last week.
James Coleman cramped up last week.
This was a humid day. Like I said, this has probably been the warmest game they've had as far as weather. So cramping's certainly an issue in the 4th quarter.
Personal foul on Robinson.
Like I said, I saw when the quarterback was scrambling, number 32, Ethan Caven, came back with a crackback block. I didn't see who it was on for TC, but the VHSL rule now, with the high school federation rule, is you can't block a player unless you can see their numbers. You have to see their front numbers. And he clearly hit him on the side, which used to be a clean block, but now that now it's a personal foul penalty.
It's a spot foul, so
it's 15 yards from the spot or from the
spot of the foul.
Because right now they're standing.
Was 15 yards from the spot of the foul. We'll have it the 2nd and 15.
Okay, I didn't see him mark it off, but you're right. That right there, we should have had a sack. Bangura should have had the sack there. Yeah.
Stay home now, defense. Let's go.
Still got to stay at home here.
Double handoff
to Stewart.
Stewart in open field.
Stewart takes the handoff.
Gets about 6.
About 5, maybe 6. That'll make it 3rd
Stewart.
and long.
Their stable of running back. Stewart seems the least effective to me.
He's a decoy back. He's
right.
By the time they get to him, they've faked it twice.
And so he's
and they're hoping,
probably open because they're
hoping
off
that the linebackers have already read flow.
Right. There it is, the double handoff. Thankfully he tripped.
Wall around the left side.
And if you watch on that double handoff, that backside guard is coming for the kick out. You got to watch and see what that guard is doing. They're going to take the points here and kick the field goal. to make it a one-possession game.
Out for the Rams.
And Coach Volch has been a little
9-yard field
been a little
goal.
slick here. I don't know if I trust him. Quarterback is a holder.
Stay home, defense.
The kick is up. It's good.
That guy's a kicker. That's a kicker.
Good.
7:08 to go.
8 remaining.
TC 27,
27-20.
Rams 20.
That would have been good for another 20 yards back. The kid has a strong leg. So now
5 minutes not kicking it from 6 yards further back.
that's why I said it.
On the last 4 minutes.
So now Titans get the ball here.
Big
Time.
offensive possession for the Titans now. They got certainly have to watch out for the onside kick that gave up some points, and get ready to, if they can get 6 and burn up 6 minutes, ball game.
Ball game. That's ball game. This front line got to watch this onside.
Certainly got to be ready for this onside kick.
And he's setting up the kick. Covered an onside kick the last time.
Good homer, John. Good homer, John.
And they still only got 4 guys up. The good thing is if they kick this thing
If
long,
they pooch it, it's to Cole or to Harris. I don't see Cole out there, but I do see Harris.
He's hitting at the 35 yard.
Oh yeah, Cole is out there. So
Made him kick it a little.
that's make him do it.
that's fine. Oh, great open field tackle.
Brings it out to the 15-yard line.
Special teams, the Titans have
I
been
would've swapped that.
outplayed in special teams today.
I would have swapped that. I made Cole the deep one and put Harris up closer. And Cole's just more elusive. He has that one-on-one game break speed.
7:02 to go. Titans are up 27-20. Big possession for the Titans here.
The one thing I can say that helps, it's a little bit further back. That gives you more yardage to get and more time to waste.
Charlton holds it and should have given it to the back that time.
I'm not a fan of the read look there. I would go more I and go downhill and let Eden run downhill.
And
Versus that read side to side.
Offensive coordinator's gone conservative here. Charlton is sacked.
Sack on the play.
This is a very bad start. You should definitely
Be
probably
3rd
should
and 20 for the Titans. 6:17 and counting.
Now the DBs are going to stand a mile back. If you got a screen to Cole here or something where you can run after the catch, this would be the time to do it. There it is.
Oh! They had the right call there. Middle screen was wide open.
It was the right call. We didn't take a minute off the clock there.
Incomplete pass intended for Eaton will bring up 4th down.
That's questionable play calling at best.
No, actually,
But I'm talking about on 1st and 2nd down. 3rd down was a good call. It just wasn't executed. But you're behind the chains at that point. Now we got to punt from our end zone.
5:59 to go. Titans have to punt.
And then the Titans
Timeout,
burn it.
T.C. Williams.
Now Titans.
5:59 to go in the contest. Titans are still up 27-20, but they are in punt formation, and it looks like Robinson will have great field position. Turned out to be an exciting ball game.
Yeah.
We hope the Titans can hold on and go to 3-1.
One of these teams is going to be 3-1. One of these teams is going to be a disappointed 2-2. And like I said, Robinson has a killer district now. They're in the same district with Westfield and South County and Centerville. So they need to get all the non-conference they can get. So somebody's going to be upset after this game.
Stewart and Scarborough back deep for the Rams. and lined up at the 35-yard line. Key is high and deep. He misses the tackle at the 35. Scarborough still on his feet and running. They get down to the Titan 12-yard line.
That was a great punt, and the coverage failed him. Scarborough is not a fast runner.
You got to be able to make a tackle in open field. That's why you're on special teams.
Right.
Rams at the Titans 12-yard line.
The defense has got to make a play here. A turnover would be huge, but it's definitely 4-down territory for the Rams.
First and 10, Robinson from the 12. Straight handoff, double handoff to Stewart. He comes off the right side. He picks up maybe 3 or 4.
Stewart on the carry. Gain of 3 or 4.
Or 5.
And 6.
Yeah. That's more than it looks. Titans have got to shore up. Got to shore up. Got to stay strong.
Hit them all.
Straight dive. Not much this time.
Lawal's a good runner, but he's not a straight dive runner. That's your Scarborough or Sabenik type play.
Third and about 2. Big third down for that Titans defense. Titans fans, make some noise.
4:48 and counting. 3rd and 3. The Titans 6-yard line.
Good stop there, but it's driving forward. That's going to be, it might be a first down, which might be worse because that's some more time off the clock. They had him initially at the 5, and he was able to drive and get down close to the 3, which is where the first down marker is.
And with 4:24,
they're going to measure.
We have an official timeout for measurement.
It was short.
We're going to have 4th and inches.
It might be the length of a football, maybe. From our angle, it's hard to tell. That looks like a length of a football. 4th down. If the Titans ever needed a big play, this was it.
Huge play right here. Titan faithful, where are you? Let me hear you.
It's interesting because the Titans rarely blitz. And the lowest man is going to win on this one. They got to go down low.
Watch the QB sleek here.
He had just an inch to go.
Well, the way the defense is signaling, I don't know if it's wishful thinking or not. Well, it's close because they're looking at it.
We may have another measurement.
It's closer than it appeared. It looked like the initial surge he had it, but they were able to turn him sideways.
This is huge. From my vantage, it looks like he got that half a yard.
Hey, strange things happen in those piles, Coach.
They want to be sure.
First down is the result of the play.
It looks like he got it by maybe half a football.
1st and goal, 4:12 to go.
4:12 remaining. 1st and goal, Rams at the Titans 2.
Like you said, that's such an obvious QB sneak. I'm blitzing. I'm sending double A gaps. Just somebody go at the quarterback.
Going right at the center's feet.
Right.
And hoping that the linebackers fill.
Spoken like a true defensive tackle there. Touchdown.
Stewart carries him on the right side for Rams touchdown.
Stewart gets the 1 yard, 1.5 yards for the touchdown. 27-26 with 4 minutes to go.
That
Key extra point attempt.
if you one person needs to come off this end and dive at this extra point. They've been near it. They just never reached their arms out. Right. You got to lay out. You got to sell out. As an end rusher here, you sell out. You dive and you block a kick here. It's tremendously different from a football game.
Tale of two halves here. Second half has been all Robinson.
Well, I think the turning point, remember, we scored the touchdown. They mashed it, but that onside kick changed that momentum. And that was a good call. It was a gutsy call by Robinson, but they executed and they got what they needed to get.
You got to play offense, defense, and special teams, and Robinson has clearly won the special teams battle today. Titans will get the ball back with 4 minutes to go and a chance to put it away with a sustained long drive.
Stay home.
The extra point is up. No good! The
He
kick
missed
is
it.
no good. He missed the extra point. This
Wow.
kicker who has been just on point all day and misses the extra point.
Wow. Now, the kick was good for 40 yards, but it didn't go between the 12 yards and these two in the upright.
That is a huge break for the Titans.
That was close. They sold out, and he took his eyes off the ball. Kicker 101 is you keep your eyes on the ball. You don't look up. And he peeked up. Now you gotta watch the onside kick here.
That is a huge break for the Titans. But there's 4 minutes to go. They must get a couple first downs and put some pressure on that Robinson defense. Play calling is incredibly important now. Incredibly important.
You don't want to be conservative, but you got to be smart. There's a difference.
Harris and Cole back deep for the Titans.
The kicker was angry. I'm looking at the Robinson. Robinson sent a coach down there, and there was a Robinson fan down there recording, and they're holding their hands up saying it was about a foot off. So from our vantage point, it looked good, but the guy who mattered said it was missed.
TC has tried to adjust to this pooch kick thing, and
they've taken the onside away. Harris has a better run at it this time. Returners got to get vertical. You're not going to get many returns left and right. Returns are vertical.
Big possession for the Titans. 3:53 to go. 1st and 10 TC from the 20-yard line.
This is what you want as an offensive line. You have the lead. You have the ball. It's less than 4 minutes. Put them away. Put them away. Can you put them away?
Let's go, man.
Unfortunately, the Titans look pretty predictable, too. This looks like a handoff to Eaton, and it is. They'll take that, pickup of about 4 or 5.
Around the right side.
Let's go, man.
Pickup of about 3.
They stopped the clock for number one.
Number
down,
1 went down.
And then
that's a phantom injury there.
That's the old, what they do in college with the spreads. With the spread and lying down to get the clock to stop.
Pickup of only 2 there. 2nd and 8 for the Titans.
A long call here to get some clock run.
He breaks the tackle. Good.
Side again, break the tackle,
Yeah,
pickup about 6.
Now we're in 3rd and 1 here.
3rd and 1.
Burgess is hurt. Burgess hasn't played in the second half. His knee is wrapped.
Now this is actually
It's
this
Charlton.
is
That
this
was-
is actually quarterback sneak
This
time.
is Charlton, and there it is.
Charlton Keith.
He got far enough. That far judge has him past the 30, and that's a first down.
He got a good spot too.
That's a great spot there. It's past the 30. That's first down.
First down. 2:56 to go. Titans are up 1 point.
They got to do it again. Robinson does have all 3 of their timeouts remaining, so this game is.
And they're winding the clock. They don't have to snap this until 2:25.
They got all 3, but they're going to have to use them.
Get positive yards here. Robinson's going to start doing the timeout game shortly.
Pitch to the short side. Oh, there's a hold.
That's the
That's a
That's the danger of running that toss play. Also running it to the short side of the field. You got to run that to the field side. Give him angles.
You really?
And that's a that toss.
Yeah, but
that
you don't run
leads
that to the short side.
You run that to the field side. You don't run it to the boundary.
The Titan faithful are all calling for some good field and
Clock management. Those things do affect. Hey, now
It'll be now 1st and 20.
10 yards.
2:30 to go.
Now what I would do here, I know you want to stay run, but spread and run. Why can't you
Off
run?
timeout Robinson. They use their first timeout.
Wow, on earth you would use it there.
I don't know why. The clock was stopped off the penalty. Now, if I was TC,
15-yard run, he gonna be sick.
if I was TC, I would actually go for a wide, still stay under center, and hand the ball off to Eden. They have to cover space.
Yeah, they've abandoned. The Titans have abandoned their spread offense, and the short passes to Cole and to Saki, which have been highly effective, we haven't seen since the first half.
If we do that, you do that here. You get Cole or Harris one-on-one in space, or Saki.
Even if they don't get open, you give Charlton the opportunity to scram.
Right. I mean,
It just makes
conventional wisdom says line up tight end, fullback, and run downhill. But you can still run the ball in creative ways. And swing passes to your explosive receivers are running games. They're running plays. Because Robinson,
1st and 20. TC 2:30 to go from the 20. Charlton under center. Throws a short pass. Stay in bounds. He's out of bounds.
we keep running the plays. It's a good play call, the wrong direction. That was Jawan Afeni on the catch. Good play. You got to stay in bounds. But part of that is he's already up against the boundary catching the ball.
2nd and 14 from the Titans. 2 minutes and 23 seconds.
Eaton turns it up inside for a gain of about 8.
That toss play, which is still an inside run to the field side, gave Eaton a running lane, and he gives you 8 yards.
3rd and 9 from, looks like the 31-yard line, 2:16 to go. Huge play for the Titans here.
This is your
a first
spread.
down would about seal it, but if they don't, we got to remember that Robinson has a powerful kicker over there, and the field position is huge.
Yeah. I would still want to space this out here because Robinson's been lined up with 10 in the box. You spread them out, give Eaton a better chance.
Hang in there, Trey.
This wouldn't be a bad time for a naked boot either.
Can't bootleg from the eye with one receiver. There's nowhere to boot to.
You're right. The tight end.
Handoff to Eden. He gets up to about the 35-yard line, and they call a timeout. Their third and final.
And final timeout.
That's why that out of bounds play, there was the right play calls, the wrong direction.
4th and 5 when play resumes from the Titans 36.
You get- the offense has stayed on the field. If you turn it over here, the kid can. Robinson would only need about 5 yards to kick.
Titans are coming out. 35.
4th and 5 from the 36, 4th and 4.
They go for it, and it's unsuccessful. They go for it at the 35-yard line. The Titans turn it over on downs. What a call.
There's nobody here that agrees with that call. That is, I don't know. I have no words for that. That's pretty up.
They lined up jumbo left, and they ran it to the right side. Tough time for trickery.
2:05 remaining.
You've given
Turnover
Robinson
on downs. Robinson gets it first and 10. 2:05 to go at the Titan 36-yard line.
Defense has got to get a turnover somehow.
Wall on the carry.
1:53 and counting. Second and about 2.
Gains about 8. Second down.
Straight handoff. Scarborough up the front.
Pick up about 9.
They are well within field goal range now.
This is a Robinson dream. They're on their side of the field running downhill, knowing they only need one to win the game.
Watch the ball! Get everybody!
Student around the edge.
That was lining up to the middle of the field. 1:18 to go, clock running.
He's been pushing his kicks right, so they're trying to line it up for where they want to go, but that's a great stop there. That was
They're playing this to for the short yardage.
Third down. 50 seconds and counting.
and we're letting the clock run.
Big third down here for that Titans defense.
It looks like they're short there.
Short.
Fourth down.
Bring up 4th down.
They're gonna punt. They're gonna go for the field goal.
They got to go for the field goal here. Let them, I say let them rush. Don't call timeout here.
On to kick. A 26-yard field goal.
Why would you help him? Why?
I would not have called timeout there.
Titans call timeout. The Titan faithful a little upset at that timeout. Coach Longerbeam wants to ice him, but the clock was running out, and he was under some pressure to get it off. He had 5 seconds to get the kick off, and we just slowed it down. Now they get a chance to set it up. Comes down to one play. Teams were pretty even. It comes down to special teams. If he can nail this kick, he's at the 10. So we're talking about a 27-yard field goal, which for a distance perspective has not been difficult for this kid, number 19.
Big 4th down, big kick. Here's the chance
Jacob
right here.
Haney.
Titans fans, on your feet, make some noise.
Kick is up.
He missed it. He missed it.
No good. 5 seconds to go. Oh my God, what a break for the Titans.
Hey. Wow, that's all I can say right now, Coach.
Oh my.
I mean, I watched this kid make 50-yard field goals warming up, but that pressure is a different animal. That pressure is a different animal.
All of the fans that were mad at Coach Longerbeam for the timeout aren't so mad now.
Well, you can be mad, but we can be mad with the victory. It's okay to be mad, but we'll be mad and we're 3-1. That's a different mad. We can live with that. But it's
wow, this is a big victory for the Titans. The last time the Titans have defeated Robinson was 1995.
That's been a while. Robinson is the powerhouse for a long time. And for a lot of the Titan alums, it's a good thing to beat the Rams.
They have no timeouts. We're in the victory celebration. We kneel on it, and that's the ball game. Final score, Titans 27, the Rams 26.
What a game.
Big victory for the Titans.
First win over the Rams since 95.
Special teams did it. Offense, defense, special teams. The Titans, I think, were outplayed on special teams until that last kick.
Well, not the last one, the one before it, too, because he missed the extra point, and then he missed there. So that's two misses from him. And otherwise,
man, exciting ball game.
Exciting.
It went down to the last play. Titans come away with a big victory.
We'll see you next Friday at Patriot.
The Titans overcome a shaky second half to squeak out a victory. Titans 27 to the Robinson Rams 26. This is Jim Gibson and Felix Tremel from Parker Gray Memorial Stadium. Happy that the Titans get away with a win. We get one out. One for the Titans. Remember these Titans, they're now 3-1. They'll be in action next week against Patriot High School. That's way west in Gainesville. But this is, again, Jim Gibson, Felix Tremel signing off. Stay tuned to YouTube where you can find TC versus Robinson. And this game will air on channel 71 in Alexandria. Once again, Parker Gray Memorial Stadium, Titans 27, Rams 26.
How did you prep for this game?
You know, kids had a real good, one, we got an extra day of practice because we didn't play till Saturday. And, and our kids did a really good job getting ready. And, it was kind of what we thought it was going to be. They're a good football team.
So, it was a close game, but it was a really good game. So what can you do better next time?
We got to eliminate the penalties. We had penalties that kind of hurt us, that stopped us from doing certain drives. So those are things that we have to work on. We got to keep fixing.
What do you think your strengths were?
I thought we threw the ball well. We played good defense for a while, then we didn't. But the kids played hard. And I think the biggest thing is they just kept playing.
Can you tell them where your next game is?
Yeah, we're playing out at Patriot out of Prince William County Friday night at 7 o'clock.